Welcome to Structural Analysis 2 video series, unit number 3, Flexibility Method. Lecture outline, Numerical Problem on Continuous Beam, part 2. So this is a second part of a previous problem. So in a previous lecture, we were discuss about the uh, problem statement. Also, we saw the degree of static indeterminacy, and also we were gone through the dq, that is displacement corresponding to the redundant in a original structure. Now our redundant present or at b and at c in the form of vb and vc. Okay, so in a original structure there is no any spring provided at b and c. Also there is no any sinking type of support at b and c. Therefore displacement will not occur in the original structure at b and c, and that's why the value of dq1 and dq2 are 0. Now after that we also gone through the different release structure and diagrams. That means release structure with the loads. That diagram is used for the, we call it as M, capital M diagram, and then the release structure with the Q1 is equal to 1. This diagram is used to find out the moment, a small m1, and release structure with the q1 q2 is equal to 1, and it is used to find out the moment, we call it as a small m2. We consider different zone there, and then we fix up the origin for each zone. Then also we consider the moment of inertia, and we assign the limits, and according to that we find out the moment for particular or each zone. That we call as a capital M, and for that we consider the first diagram, that is we release the redundant force or remove the redundant force, and keep the load as it is, and then we find out the moment for each zone. Then we also calculate the M1 for the second release structure with the redundant force Q1 is equal to 1, and then we calculated the M2 for the redundant force, second redundant force Q2 is equal to 1. Now the next part that we are going to discuss here is the DQL. Okay, what is meant by DQL? DQL is nothing but the displacement in the release structure subjected to loads corresponding to the redundant action. So to find out DQL1, uh, you have to take M into M1 and integrate each zone. So when we add each zone, we will, that means we will consider the whole length of a member. So integrate with 0 to L, that means we have to consider all zone, that means whole length will be come into picture, divided by EI into dx. Now for first zone, this M1 is 0, so there is no need to consider considering the first zone. Then in second zone, the value of again M1 is 0. So M1 into capital M becomes 0. And for third zone, again M1 is equal to 0. So capital M into M1 is equal to 0. So only there is need to consider the last zone, that is BA zone. So let consider BA zone directly, because other zones are come out to be 0. So integrating from 6 to 12, and M, capital M is minus 10x square minus 40 into small m1 is x minus 6 bracket complete divided by 2EI. Why 2? Because moment of inertia of BA is 2I into dx. After integrating, we will get dql1, that is minus 9540 divided by EI. Okay, so this is a displacement value in the in the structure to the load corresponding to the redundant action, first one. Now find out for a second displacement in the release structure subjected to load corresponding to the second redundant action. So again 0 to L m into m2. Now our instead of m1 now you have to take m2. So m into m2 you have to consider. So if we see again the zone DC, if we consider m into m2, m2 is 0. So there is no need to consider the zone DC because it come out to be 0. So let's consider second zone, zone CE. So limit for zone CE is 2 to 4. So integrating from 2 to 4, value of m is minus 40 into x minus 2 bracket complete into divided by ei into dx. Now second is minus 120x plus 320 into x minus 2. m2 is x minus 2 divided by ei, integrating from 2 to 4 to 6. This one is 4 to 6. Make it correct. 4 and here is 6. So limit is 4 to 6 into dx. Now last zone, BA zone, value is minus 10 x square minus 40 into m2 is x minus 2 divided by 2 ei. Again the moment of inertia is 2i, that's why 2 ei into dx, and limit is 6 to 12. So integrating from 6 to 12. Okay. So after solving this we will get dql2 is equal to minus 22126.670 divided by ei. Okay. So these are the value of a displacement. Now the next, move toward the next point, that is a flexibility coefficient. Okay. So for the flexibility coefficient we have to find out value of f11 or f12 and f21 and f all these are the flexibility coefficient. So let's first find out. Now there are two redundant, so there will be matrix of 2 by 2. So 2 by 2 matrix will be there. Okay. So in a view of that, let's find out first flexibility coefficient. Now that is nothing but the displacement in the release structure subjected to unit value of a redundant corresponding to the redundant action. So first is f11. So integrating from 0 to L, m1 into m1 divided by ei into dx. Now here is a small m1. Now for three zone, that means zone DC, CE and CB, the m1 values are 0. So no need to consider. There is no need to consider this 3 zone because it will come out to be 0. Directly move toward the last zone. So m1 into m1 for last zone, 2i is the moment of inertia, and integrate from 6 to 12. X minus 6 into x minus 6 divided by 2 ei into dx become 36 divided by ei. This is value of first coefficient f11. Then the f12 is equal to f21. Therefore integrating from 0 to L, m1 into m2, these are the diagonal elements, so they are same, divided by ei into dx. So m1 into m2 now we have to do. Again the m1 value of m1 for first three zone is 0. So whatever the multiplication that come out to be 0. So let's consider last one for BA. So limit is 6 to 12. M1 is x minus 6 and m2 is x minus 2 divided by 2 ei into dx. So f12 is equal to 72 divided by ei. Okay. So these are the matrix flexibility coefficient. Now next is f22. So again integrating from 0 to L, m2 into m2 divided by ei into dx. So putting the value of m2. Now for first zone, m2 is 0, so it will come out to be 0. Now second zone, limit is 2 to 6, so 2 to 4, sorry, and value is x minus 2 into x minus 2 divided by ei into dx, plus next zone, limit is eb, limit is 4 to 6, so 4 to 6, x minus 2 into x minus 2 divided by ei into dx, and last zone ba, limit is 6 to 12, and value is x minus 2, so x minus 2 into x minus 2, and moment of inertia is 2, therefore 2 ei into dx. So by solving we have f22 and come out, f22 is equal to 177.334 divided by ei. Okay, so our flexibility matrix f is equal to, now take ei which is constant for each coefficient, take 1 upon ei outside, so f11, put the value of f11, f12, f21 and f22, so 36, 72, 72 and 177.334. So these diagonal coefficients are same. Okay, so this is nothing but your flexibility matrix. Okay, so let we stop here, and in a next video we will continue ahead. Okay, okay, thank you.